Good morning, everyone. Turn that off. Let me turn this off. I'm always running late, but it is only 2 o'clock in the morning here, so please forgive me. Hope everybody's doing good. Happy Thursday. Oh, I got to sign up for that market today. So I got to write this down. I forgot I have this. I have a market that I need to sign up for. That the registration opens at some point today. Very important. Hey teacher, good morning. Tommy Sticks, good morning. Daniel Berry Sports, good morning. Hope you guys are doing good. Working, listening. I'll be in and out. Okay. Sounds good. I got a bunch of work done yesterday. I got to get at it again today. I'm making blueberry cheesecakes and white chocolate raspberry cheesecakes today. What else am I doing? Baking shortcakes. And then I'm making some more snack cups to take tomorrow and some type of a pasta. Somebody asked me to do my pasta cups again. Last time I just do, I don't know how to say the noodles, but the panini or whatever they are. I cook that and then I put that in a cup with Parmesan, pepperoni, some mozzarella, and olives. And then a side cup of Italian dressing. But this time I looked up, let me go to my recipes here. I'm going to try something new today. Pasta cup sauce ideas. Where were they? The creamy Italian Parmesan pasta cup. Served cold or warmed, add chicken, pepperoni, or veggies. So where were the ingredients for that? So it says use a gallon of real mayonnaise, half a cup of grated Parmesan, 3/4 cup of Italian dressing seasoning, dry mix, 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, 1/4 cup of lemon juice, 3 tablespoons of granulated garlic, 2 tablespoons pepper, a little sugar, 1.5 cups of milk. I don't know. That's the number one that they gave me for like selling cold. Because I'm just going to put these in a freezer or a cooler. So we got that one, or I could do the garlic pesto cream or the sun-dried tomato Parmesan dressing they recommended. Sesame garlic noodle sauce. That one might be good. I don't know. Need to come up with something. Pronounce penny. Thank you. Gen X, good morning. Good to see you. Sven Larson, good morning. 11:07 a.m. Thursday morning. Nice. So you are 9 hours ahead of me. You guys got a 9-hour jump over there. Although, I don't know, will the time zones change if Trump decides he wants Greenland? Is he going to make it East Coast time zone or what? Is that what he's going to go after next? He's going to change Greenland to Trumpland. The time zones will be the Trump zones. Happy Trump year, Merry Trumpmas. I mean, what are we doing here? Maybe try for folly. They are the bows. Okay. Now everybody, okay. You think those noodles would work better? I will try them. I think I like the colored ones of those. I'll look them up. And I never got any complaints. I always got compliments on the pasta cups. They're just pretty basic, though. It's just, I want something that, you know what I mean? Like, these people order DoorDash, so I'm trying to get some lunch business, or just I guess snacks, but I don't know. It's got to be worth their while type of thing. I'm cheap on this kind of stuff. I like to just sell $5, $6 cups. I don't know how much I'd have to charge for these. Maybe a little bit more. Sweet tea, good morning. But I'm sure there's some other desserts I'm forgetting that I was going to make today too. I got to make sure I get all that stuff done before I start dinking around with the lunch items. The cheesecakes I'm making today, the shortcakes. I feel like there's something else I'm missing. I made the caramel apples yesterday. I don't know. I have to think about it. Trump is never getting Greenland. The base up there is enough, right, Sven? Isn't that? It's just wild, the whole thing. I seen this thing. I think I bookmarked it where the resident. Man, this chair is just driving me nuts. So fucking squeaky. I think it's time for a new office chair or some WD-40. Each Greenland resident, because there's not that many people in Greenland, right? They each get $500,000 a year worth of welfare, I guess you call it. What is the population of Greenland? Yeah. 56,000 residents. There's hardly anybody up there. That's insane. Wow. That's not very, for the size of that country, the map is distorted. I don't even, what is the square mile? How big is Greenland? Greenland is huge. 836,000 square miles. 410,000 square miles of actual land, not including ice-covered inland water. The largest island in the world. It's about 3 times the size of Texas. Huh. Most of Greenland, about 80%, is covered by an ice sheet, which is why almost everyone lives along the coast. But there's probably that one guy that lives up there in the ice. Imagine what you could do when there's nobody around, All kinds of shit up there. All right, let's get into it. Where's Theme at? We can talk about the Bills. The Bills are, let me check the line. You never know, because there's a lot of money being bet right now. What do we got? Yep, 1.5 now. The Bills are favored, or excuse me, the Bills are the underdog. The Broncos are favored by 1.5. Seahawks are favored by 7. Patriots are favored by 3. And the Rams are favored by 3.5. It will be interesting. The Bills play 1:30 on Saturday. That's the first game. And then the Seahawks, Bills and the Seahawks on the same day. We'll know by Saturday if either one of our teams are still in it. I noticed a lot of people that do lives lately have been coughing when they start talking. I don't know if I've just noticed that because I'm just self-conscious of it, or Israel has got some new technology coming out of the live streams to silence us. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Let's get to it. Let's see here. I thought I had one video. Yeah, I had one video on Facebook to start us out with. Let's see here. If anybody's hungry.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama.
I don't know if that's like sugar or salt or what. But, and I don't know if those are bees or what they are, but my God. Yeah, there's just got to be a better way. You know, there's got to be something you can do. I mean, that's why, first of all, you need a tent. And then, you know, like for something like that, probably they do make those like those mesh tents where bugs can't get in. I don't know. You got to do something. That's just disgusting. Anyway, we'll get to the X-Files. Where we at? All right. Make sure I'm on here. The first video I got is Charlie Kirk video. These are just kind of out of order. And I'm just going to fast forward it to like 6 minutes ahead just to hear him, you know, because, you know, Candace will say too, like he was betrayed by the people that were closest to him are the ones that killed him. You know, this is I don't know the story about Julius Caesar, but wasn't it the people that were, you know, it was like his own personal security and stuff that killed him? It's the people that Charlie trusted, but he knew he was going to die early. He kept saying it over and over again. You know, he was a remarkably smart person, both, you know, book smart and memory, and he just had a gift. He has, you know, some of us have gifts and some of us have like really strong gifts. That guy had like a really strong gift. And, but he trusted the wrong people, you know, he trusted these people. I don't know if it had to do with his wife, kind of, you know, and there's rumors that they were going to separate. Like I guess there were some papers filed a couple days before he was killed. I don't know if that's true or not. But he trusted the wrong people. 3 points go to home team, so Bills are the stronger team on paper. That's a good way to look at it, Gen X. Yeah, I think that, I mean, if I just had like, you know, somebody gave me $100 and says you have to either bet, you know, the Bills or the Broncos, I would put the money on probably the Bills just because I want them to win. But I don't know, man. It's a toss-up. I definitely wouldn't put my own money on it. That's for sure. But I just want to play this real quick, just because I want the universe to know that I know, or at least who I believe killed Charlie Kirk. We'll just play it from here.
The funding out on the most crucial battle of your lifetime. I think the evidence is there that organizations like this are making a difference. But we got to get into the faith community. Let's talk about what you're doing with the Faith Initiative. Are you going to churches? Are churches opening up? What's happening?
I've spoken over 60 churches in the last year, 60. And by total accident, it's because they're the only places that were open. And I realized that there is a real movement. And for every minute of criticism I give towards pastors, I want to give at least 10 seconds of praise. There are some good pastors out there. Rob McCoy, Jack Hibbs, James Cadiz, Rob
McCoy and Jack Hibbs. For for all the criticism that he gives to pastors out there, he wants to give some praise. There are some good ones out there. Rob McCoy and Jack Hibbs. Those are the ones that he went with. And those are the ones that betrayed him. Rob McCoy, Mikey McCoy, that's his, Rob McCoy's son is Mikey McCoy. That was supposed to be one of Charlie's, if not Charlie's best friend, who is right there when he gets killed and just turns and walks away. Doesn't go towards his friend, doesn't run away scared. He just turns and gets on the phone and just casually walks away from the scene. Not to mention that Rob McCoy, the guy that he's talking about, that pastor, is not a good pastor. That dude brought literally, I always talk about like, oh, this guy, these guys are the satanic pedophile group, but there's actual video receipts that Rob McCoy guy brought pedophiles into his church. We watched the video on here where he had that fucking creepy ass dude that went to jail for, I can't remember what it was. And that dude was fucking creepy. He's like, oh yeah, they were the feds were looking for 17 items, but they only found 11 of them at my house. And I know that sounds bad. It's just these people are just fucking. Magooch, good morning. The senators all killed him during a meeting, I believe. Oh, this Julius Caesar, yes. Thank you. The senators. So yeah, and I think this was like 2020. This was a while ago, but I'm gonna move on. And I always say I'm just gonna keep on talking. 4 o'clock rolls around before I know it, and the show's over, and I don't even get to half these videos sometimes, or sometimes the show ends after an hour. So I need to figure that out. But Magooch, I hope you're doing good. I always say that you shouldn't go to protests and be out because you can get hurt. You don't know, like. It's just not a good idea, especially right now. This guy is a perfect example of somebody that should not be out on the streets because he's just very naive. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and he's just going to end up getting hurt.
This is nuts. This is fucking, and you're right in the middle of this shit. What the fuck is going on? Dude, this is insane.
Have you ever gone out to these sort of things before?
Never. I've never protested in my life. My brother's here. He does it all the time. I've never. Like I said, I'm far enough away, but close enough. And I'm sitting in my cushy house and look at shit and get mad. And they're just trying to fucking scare people. And, but why shoot people? You know what really pisses me off is the fact that they detain people, cuff them, and then still beat the shit out of them. They tell you it's immigrants, only immigrants. It's fucking anybody. I have friends that got detained and all they were doing was fucking driving home from work. What the fuck?
Sounds like you don't fit the definition of the...
No, I'm not fucking...
So, that's what I'm just saying. Like, these type of people are the perfect example. And what he said there, he's like, you live around there, but you don't even live like right there. And you sitting at your cushy home. Well, that's what you're supposed to be doing, dude. You're supposed to be sitting at your cushy home. You're not supposed to be out there fucking with the police. And if you have friends that are driving home, getting detained, because I hear people try to say this on Facebook sometimes, like, I don't know what area you live in or what part of town you're driving around in. Like, for example, if you're driving around looking for drugs, if that's your thing, and you're driving around, trying to meet your connect somewhere, then, don't be surprised if you get picked up by ICE. At least they're going to want to fucking check out and see who you are. You know what I mean? Because they could kill two birds with one stone. People have been getting away with that shit for too long in this country. On the streets of America, just fucking openly fucking doing drugs and openly dealing drugs. Man, fucking scoop them motherfuckers up too. As far as I'm concerned, ICE can take all of them people right along with them. Unless I hear of like normal upstanding citizens saying, fuck, ICE is fucking with me. I can't even leave my house without showing my papers. Yeah, then we have a problem. But, I've been fucking complaining that school kids can't fucking walk to school without stepping over, people doing drugs for years. And so here we are, but these people have no business being out there on the streets like this, man. That's what you're supposed to be doing, is staying at home in your cushy home. Do what I'm doing. Go online and bitch about it. Fucking cry all you want online. That's what we do, Be a keyboard warrior, but you're going to get hurt out there on the road. If you don't do anything wrong, you should have nothing. Exactly. If you're just, I haven't heard of anybody selling, cutting boards or chocolate strawberries getting harassed by ICE. Or, I did see, and I don't know, the video just conveniently disappeared yesterday or 2 days ago. I had a video where a young man who was like Spanish or something was working at Target, and they snatched him up and literally threw him in a van, and he was screaming. Apparently he was a U.S. citizen. But I didn't get time to even like completely fact check that. So, they're really good at pulling on our emotions, but I don't know. Exactly, though. If you're not out doing anything wrong, you should have nothing to worry about. I work with these people all day. Regular law-abiding immigrants. They are nervous as well, even though most of them or all of them that I work with have done nothing wrong. Oh, yeah, and then I get it. It's they do have. Let's listen to Christy Nome again real quick. It's definitely a tough situation.
In fact, the very same officer who was attacked.
Republicans were very careful about and worried about the government, particularly unelected people.
Well, we can't trust the government anymore.
Having access to personal data.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You are the government.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, is that the American people now are saying that we have had our personal information shared and out there in the public.
This is neither here nor there with it. I was just trying to find, basically just like a general statement from her about. I'm going to move on. But yeah, this guy is, if this guy were to get maced or his kneecaps busted or his eye socket, shattered or something like that, I'm not gonna be, I don't give a fuck. That's his problem. That's his own problem. You want to put yourself in the line of fire like that? That is your own problem. To each their own. Enter at your own risk. Enter at your own risk. And, as far as like the people that are here legally, I get it because, it is. I'm not saying that I agree with it, because I don't agree with that lady being shot in the face at all. And I'm trying to just kind of keep that part of my feelings out of it, because it's just too much for the internet, when it comes to certain things. But it's her own fault for being there, the excessive force and all that's just a whole nother conversation. But, and I'm still not even 100% convinced that thing wasn't even staged, because they love to just create chaos and division. But it's fucking tough, man. It is tough for the people that have, like they showed people that have been, veterans, Vietnam veterans that have been deported, the people that have fought for this country. But at the same time, those people can come back probably and maybe even get compensation once the smoke clears. Like my stepdad was rounded up in 1945. Well, he wasn't rounded up. His family was. He was born there. He was born in the internment camp. And then, that was in the 40s. And then in the 90s, the government finally came around to apologize and then gave them each $20,000, which ain't shit. But shit happens. It's happened before. Do they want that? How about that? How about instead of, do they all want to get rounded up and put in internment camps, and then we can figure out who's who? Every fucking person that's from South America? I don't know. I still believe that there's a lot of people in this country that are that have hidden agendas and work for the cartels and work for the drug pushers, although a lot of the drug, most of the drugs come from the government, of course. But it's all very complicated. And, we all have hearts, and we all have, it's always a different story when you know the person personally, because you hear their story and, you hear their voice. And it's that officer that she ran over is suffering from internal bleeding. They raised $700,000 on a GoFundMe for him. Yeah. And see, I don't know if that is true or not. And I believe that storyline is true, but is that really true? Because we've seen him walk away from the accident. And the problem is, even if he does have internal bleeding, here's the problem, is that he's on video saying fucking bitch. You kill somebody and then you want to take the stance that not only was my life in danger, she caused internal bleeding. And we also heard he had to get 33 stitches on his foot. And then you're going to say, fucking bitch. That's that to me. I'm just going to be completely honest, because I play, I call the balls and strikes. That's bullshit. That is 100% bullshit. Okay, that doesn't happen in real life, but I just, that's not even worth me even worrying about. I'm always looking at it from the stance that the government controls mostly everything. Nothing's by chance, especially that kind of stuff. So that's such a powder keg. It can go either way, And now the lady's friend, I don't know if it's the gay lover or the lady, I don't know the whole story, but somebody's got an attorney. But at this point, it doesn't even matter, because she's dead. She got shot in the face, I think, 3 times, rapid fire. He already took that gun out. And if you look at it, before there was ever internal bleeding or 33 stitches, the gun's already drawn. The gun's already out. It's already time before he's even hit. So, but again, it's, we can, that kind of stuff is what causes division. People have, I take this stance or I take that stance, but I think we can all agree that she should never have been there in the first place. Why would you ever want to go and, even let's say that clearly she backed up. Let's put a whole nother scenario. She was told to get out of her car. She didn't. She just reverses. She just reverses the entire time, and she just starts slowly going down the street backwards the other way. Just completely just like ignoring the cops, but not injuring anybody. And then that cop decides to shoot her in the face 3 times. Let's just go with that scenario. Obviously, that cop is wrong, but at the same time, I'm still going to say the same shit. She shouldn't have fucking been there. She should not have been there in the first place. Like, why? That's your own fault. It's like, everybody can, sue the shit out of somebody for doing something wrong. And, oh, this is not, or we can debate all day long about, because at this point, what Tommy's saying is that is the official story. Then if you don't believe that, you have to become a conspiracy theorist. And we all know who that is. So it's just really messed up, man. But again, I'm just going to keep saying the same thing because, I have such a powerful voice. I've got 5 people listening, but I'm just going to say the same thing responsibly. And I said this way before the Minnesota thing happened. See No Evil became the showstopper that one morning because of the sign, the infamous sign comment. You know, am I going to go out there and protest? And it just set me off because I always say that you should never go out there and protest for nothing. You're just going to get hurt. It's just such a bad idea. You don't know who's who out there. You think that these people are out there protesting right alongside you. You don't know who they are. You don't know who they work for. And you don't know why they're there. And, you know, by the way, people that are, you know, that go out and do that are easily agitated, you know, so much so that they can't control their emotions at home when they read something or see something. They're like, fuck this, I'm going down there. You know, do you really want to stand next to people like that? I don't. So it's just crazy town. This guy is just, he's literally an accident waiting to happen. But thank you, sir, for being our example of what not to do. You know, regardless of how puffy your jacket is, it's not going to save you. What you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about, Willis? Actor Todd Bridges and his wife are separating after marrying in 2022. Huh? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Who is Todd Bridges married to? Married to designer and creative professional Batijo B. Hershey. Batijo B. Hershey. Does anybody know who that is? Cranky, good morning. Good to see you. I don't know. I didn't want to say anything. I'm just waiting for you guys to just make some comments. Good to see you, Cranky. I hope you are doing well. It's been a minute. That jaw and Adam's apple ain't hiding. I need to Google this lady real quick. Jesus, my roommate's in there fucking screaming. Well, not screaming. I know he's 24/7 sports. Todd Bridges. Oh my God. Okay, wait. We need some images here. Different strokes for different folks, I guess. Why am I'm having a brain fog. Here we go. Okay, let's see here. Can you guys see that screen? Yes. Well, here she kind of looks like a woman. Kind of. Not the side view is sus. Wow. I'll say that she's a woman. She's definitely a woman, but she's a woman like Brigitte Macron. Macron is a woman. You're officially a Washington homeowner. Well, congratulations. Cranky. That's awesome. Hopefully the federal government comes in and saves our state here relatively soon. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations. And I am doing very well. Thank you. Yes. Just plugging away my little business, taking care of my granddaughter when I can. Yeah, just doing my thing, having a great time. Let's see here. Let's get back to the X-Files. So I don't know what to say, guys. You know, I am very, hopefully they both find what they're looking for. I don't, whew. This is definitely staged, whatever this is. I just wanted to show it because this is what a staged event looks like when they try to make like something on the streets look real. These people just travel together. They're all actors and a bunch of fucking morons that the government uses to shift public opinion. But this is not reality. This says that anti-ICE rioters tied a tow rope to a weapons locker in a federal vehicle and ripped it out with a pickup truck as Minneapolis Police Department refused to respond. So we will watch this kabuki theater really quick.
Hey, listen, I'll tell y'all nothing. They on the Snapchat, so they gonna be on y'all ass if y'all recording this. They gonna be on your ass. They gonna be on your ass. Your ass is a witness. Hey, don't.
I can't handle the jibber jabber. Watch, the one guy's gonna put his arms up in the air like it. This guy right here. This is how you know. You just how you know it's all kabuki theater. And they just run up to it. Notice you can't really see anybody's face whatsoever. One girl in the pink. Kind of hard to tell what we're watching there. What did that guy's shirt say? Press. Sure you guys are. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. These motherfuckers, man. Because they're just going to get, you know, it's crazy because you think like, what kind of fucking idiots would even believe this shit? Well.
What the fuck is going on? Dude, this is insane.
Have you ever gone out to these sort of things before?
Never. I've never protested in my life. My brother's here. He does it all the time. I've never. Yeah. I got, dude.
And I noticed this guy has tattoos on his hands, probably, you know, ex-con. So he's gonna, you know, he's got beef with the correction officer type of thing. Who knows? It's just, there are people like that out there.
Just this morning, Candace Owens released irrefutable evidence and documentation that Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk filed for a disillusionment of marriage 2 days before his assassination. There are actual text messages back and forth between Erica and Charlie discussing a separation of assets and how they are going to come out publicly and when the right timing is. In a dream, in a daydream. I actually just closed my eyes and imagined it. But apparently people coming to you in dreams and saying things is a foothold for like solid journalism in Candace Owens' world. Today, she reported that Charlie Kirk came to her in a dream and said that he was betrayed. And apparently that is evidence enough for her to continue moving forward in her tirade of justice.
And you have faggots like that on there that, you know, have nothing better to do than try to discredit Candace Owens, you know, because they get paid or whatever they do. Love how status quo constantly says independent journalism, but they always pick a side openly. 100% Gen X. Yeah, it's all, there is no left or right, right? It's just the power structure doing their thing. Nadia Charara, hello, good morning. Ice Fears Women, congratulations. Yeah, I mean, everybody, it's a hot topic for sure, you know. Everybody has an opinion on it. I'm just kind of just trying to lay out status coup d'etat. So status coup, status cope. You got to do better than that for me, Gen X. I need Ebonics. Status. Oh, that reminds me. I got a speed read. We were talking about speed reading the other day. I got a speed reading test for you guys coming up. Status coop. Chicken coop. Status quo. Crew. Co-op. Status co-op. 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 It's one of those. One of them ones. All right, what else we got here? Man, this lady is fucking evil, man.
Watch Erica Kirk write her character.
And that's the goal for having us, right? You did, and he was taken so early. Parents are private. You did, and he was taken so early.
Watch Erica Kirk write her character.
And that's the goal for having us, right? You did, and he was taken so early.
Yeah, what a evil fucking bitch. My God. I thought my ex was Satan, and come to find out that she's not. To my surprise. I had no idea. That one, that's the ones who was videoing the dude in puffy jacket. Coup, like when the military overthrows government, a coup d'etat. Sounds like coup. A Jew d'etat. That's what we're getting right now, though, is a Jew d'etat. The Jew d'etat with the Israeli star is taking over America. They're those motherfuckers, man. Take your tiny little hats and shove them up your ass. How about that, you little fucks? With your iron. I'm so sick of hearing about their iron dome. Lord, let me just please just don't go there today. Don't do it. Don't say it. I'm this fucking close to saying it. I'm not going to say it. Status quo, pronounced quo, kahoo. Welcome to KHWO. This is WKRP Cincinnati. You guys remember that show? Man, I love that show. Wonder if they have the theme song to that. I don't know how to spell Cincinnati. Nope, they do not. There's the cast. Lonnie Anderson. Remember Johnny Five, Johnny Fever? Wasn't that his name? Herb Tarlick. That was a fucking great show. That's when I used to watch TV. That's how long ago. Status K-Who. It's a liberal YouTube independent journalism channel. They was interviewing dude in puffy jacket. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, exactly. So no, yeah, and I know what you're trying to say, Gen X. It is all one-sided. It's the Nick Shirley crew, probably same crew. You know what I mean? Status quo, first syllable of quote. First quote. My ears are bleeding. Quote. We will move on.
Information that I think is very important is the leaker has been found and is in jail right now. And that's the leaker on Venezuela. We had a very bad leaker. So there could be some others, and we'll let you know about that. We're out on their trail. But the leaker has been found, and the leaker's in jail. And will probably be in jail for a long time. Let's see what happens. So we'll let you know. We'll keep you apprised as to what's going to happen with that. And I want to thank all of the...
I don't know who... Yeah, someone, I guess, is leaking information to the enemy, and they're in jail. I don't know who that is. Apparently, the U.S. is pulling troops out of the bases in the Middle East.
Meanwhile, got some breaking news. You see this map on your screen. That is where the United States has military bases throughout the Middle East. Mm-hmm. Now, we can confirm that the U.S. is withdrawing some personnel from major bases across the Middle East due to heightened regional tensions. And you look at some of this in Qatar, that's the Al Udeid Air Base. You got about 8,000 to 10,000 U.S. service members. That's one of the larger bases. You got another Army base in Kuwait that's been operating for some time now, several years, if not decades. So how much of withdrawal, we do not know.
And why?
And why is the ultimate question as to whether or not we are in for some sort of military action.
Yep. I'm not saying status quo. That's the legal term. The channel is status K-Who. Kuhu. Co-op. Status co-op. All right, let's see. What else do we got here? Just listen to it. I like Stu Peters, man. This guy, I don't know where he came from, but he's a pretty good journalist.
So considering that basically the United States occupies Venezuela at this point, and as long as Delcy is on good behavior, we're just stealing the oil until no longer she wants to play ball. And then, of course, Paul Singer will direct President Trump to go back into Venezuela. And Lindsey Graham has been very vocal about saying Cuba and Colombia are on the chopping block. We've talked about, fighting in Mexico. We're in a showdown for Greenland. We said, well, we're going to take that. Well, the Danes are saying, well, we own that. And the Danes aren't some third world hellscape in some far off Middle Eastern country. They're a white Christian country. And they also happen to be a NATO country. And NATO is saying, yeah, you're not going to just steal that. And Trump is saying, well, F you, we are. So apparently that means that we're going to take it by force. I don't know how else that gets arranged. We got to kill 60,000 Igloo people and then square off against NATO. And meanwhile, on the BRICS side, you have Iran, China, and Russia, who independently we've agitated each one of these countries because we've gone in and we've hijacked.
Yeah, and we know how the story goes. The thing that he didn't say though is Somalia. Why does Polly Market have Somalia as the next most likely target that we bomb? So how, there's a part of the script that they're missing there that it'll play out eventually here in the next who knows how long. What else do we have? IDF soldier telling us what we're going to do.
We understand that another fight with Iran and Hezbollah and possibly the Houthis is imminent. And today I can say something we couldn't have said a month ago. This regime is going down. There will be no Iranian regime. And this is going to change entirely the future of Israel.
How it will happen? Can you describe us? It will be an American attack. It will be an Israeli-American attack.
So I think it's going to be an American-led attack with the assistance of Israel. Iranians, even before the demonstrations, they started rearming.
An American-led attack with the assistance of Israel. Yep. Yep. Send our kids to die. This is the guy that he's the mayor of Minneapolis. He told ICE to get the fuck out when Renee Goodman was first hit. Now let's hear what he has to say.
There's still a lot that we don't know at this time, but what I can tell you for certain is that this is not sustainable. This is an impossible situation that our city is presently being put in. And at the same time, we are trying to find a way forward to keep people safe, to protect our neighbors, to maintain order.
You know what, dude? What you should do is just tell them to stay home, okay? Stay off the fucking streets of Minneapolis. Let the federal law enforcement do their job. And I mean, that's it. Is people out there protesting going to stop ICE from rounding people up? No, it's not. Yeah, I agree, Gen X. I mean, I don't know.
Order. And we're in a position right now where we have residents that are asking the very limited number of police officers that we have to fight ICE agents on the street, to stand by their neighbors. We cannot be at a place right now in America where we have two governmental entities that are literally fighting one another. Why are we put in this position? We're put in this position because we have approximately 600 police officers in Minneapolis, far fewer that are able to work at any given time.
Huh. Guess that defund the police thing didn't work out so well for you, huh? Did it, you fucking jerk off? I don't know. These people. He's a young mayor. He sees his time to elevate his status for future moves. Yep. Yeah. He looks like he's a Timu version of a Thomas Massey, but with Gavin Newsom, with the Gavin Newsom ideology. He's just, yeah. He's not a real person. Here we go. Getting ready. This is going to be what keeps me busy while they can fuck with us on the real shit, right?
So I'd like to hand it over to my esteemed colleague and chairman.
Damn it, these guys are good at their jobs.
Of the new task force, Congresswoman Luna, for her remarks.
Thank you, Chairman Comer. When our founding fathers stood against tyranny, they did not merely oppose taxes. They defended the sacred idea of individual sovereignty. They declared that no government, agency, or title could infringe upon the freedoms of speech, religion, thought, and the pursuit of truth. For too long, the American spirit has been dimmed by a veil of secrecy, by a government that has grown too comfortable in the shadows, denying us the transparency we deserve. But today, we stand at the dawn of a new era where the light of truth begins to shine through. A few weeks ago, President Donald Trump made a historic announcement. With the stroke of a pen, he committed to declassifying the files concerning the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a decision not just monumental, but pivotal. It is with profound honor that I have been entrusted by Speaker Mike Johnson and Chairman James Comer to lead the House Oversight Task Force on Declassification of Federal Secrets. Together with the help of the White House, our intelligence allies, the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice, we will be conducting investigations into the following: the assassinations of JFK, RFK, and Dr. Martin Luther King, unidentified aerial phenomena, also known as UAPs, unidentified submerged objects, also known as USOs, the Epstein client list, the origins of COVID-19, and the 9/11 files. This task force will be a beacon of bipartisanship. On the Republican side, Representatives Burchett, Boebert, Burleson, Crane, Gill, and Mace will be joining me, although I'd like to note that I'm expanding this to the entire governing body and will be allowing certain members to waive on. Our first hearing is set for March. The date will be announced soon, and we've already initiated close to a dozen communications with various agencies, to include Pam Bondi at the Department of Justice and the Secretary of State.
And I think it's a great idea, and they're really going to come out and hammer us with the unidentified submerged objects and the unidentified aerial phenomenon, the UAPs or whatever. Those are all going to be, they're going to really hit us hard with all that stuff. Talk about aliens and all that stuff's coming up big time in the near future. But we know we can't trust the Department of Justice. We know we can't trust the deep state. We can't trust any of those intelligence agencies. What they need to do is they need to add on the decentralized intelligence agency into that group. That's who they need to include. That's us. They need one other group of people, the decentralized intelligence agency, which is the internet. That's us. We're the ones that are... we're the reason why Charlie Kirk's assassins are going to be exposed. It's not the government their job is to cover things up. Our job is to expose it. So, we have to start looking at it like that. Our job as citizens of this country, or whatever you want to call yourself, is to expose the lies of the government, because that's what keeps us oppressed. That's how they're fucking stealing our money and screwing us over, sending our kids to die in wars, and we need to fucking call bullshit on it. If we have to go to war for something, for our country, then that's what we're going to do. But none of these wars are it's not, this is all fucking garbage, man. Garbage. Are James Comer and James Comey two different people? Yes. Comer, I believe so. Yeah, because they're both going to jail, right? Allegedly. Who is James Comer and James Comey? I know they're Obama guys, but Comer Jr. is an American politician, member of the House of Representatives, chair of the House Oversight and Accountability Committee. James Comey is James Brian Comey Jr. He's an American attorney and former federal law enforcement official who served as the director of the FBI. So yeah, two different people. 2025, he was indicted on federal charges alleging false statements and obstruction of a congressional proceeding. So yeah, apparently both those guys are in trouble. Trump fired him Trump fired him in his first term. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so what else do we got here? Officials from Greenland and Denmark are now at the White House amid Trump's push to acquire Greenland, and it's not subtle. I don't know what's going on with that. This dude is, it says, Kamchatka region of Russia is covered in snow up to the second floor, and this guy is going to jump out the window. I don't really recommend that. I mean, what if there's something right there underneath the snow? Fucking a bike or something. Ooh, that is a lot of snow though. I guess you're not even going to get close to the bottom. So I guess it does. I guess that is kind of safe. I don't know. I personally am not doing that. I definitely am doing the backflip. You might be able to pay me to. No, you're not even going to pay me to do that. I would need a higher opening for one thing. I'm not going to jump out that little opening like that. I would have to be a larger opening. I didn't need a running start. Fuck that. You slip. Can you imagine if you slipped trying to jump out that and you like, fuck that, man. To be young. What else we got? So, Raskin. I don't know who this guy is, but something about J6. He's a dirtbag. I don't know exactly who he is, but this reporter's calling him out.
Hi, Mr. Raskin. How are you? Fantastic hearing. You did a great job spreading the same lies from the first J6 on Select Committee. Do you care about women that get beaten to death by police? Like Roseanne Boylan. Did you know that this woman was killed by J6 police? This is her picture. Do you care? Do you not care? I guess you figure your pardon, that auto pen pardon, must keep you sleeping at night, sir? Sir, do you think that you might go to jail possibly for your J6 crimes?
Are you still advocating for civil war conditions? Or is that over, sir?
Thanks for the lies, Congressman. Keep spreading the propaganda.
And what about Roseanne
Boylan?
Boylan?
What about Roseanne Boylan that was killed by Capitol Police?
What about Jocelyn Valentine?
Hi, Mr. Raskin. How are you?
It's too bad. Too bad nobody has that high quality of video at the Charlie Kirk rally. Too bad nobody at the Charlie Kirk rally could afford an iPhone. They must have all had 1998 flip phones. That guy, I did that into a pool at a hotel in Norfolk when I was 18. I wouldn't do it in the snow though. Yeah. Oof. See how that goes from journalism to personal beliefs. I missed the old time we was in. A man says after being stuck on Lyndale Avenue in Minnesota and trying to leave the chaos, ICE officers threw a smoke grenade into his car where 6 kids were sitting.
Officers threw flashbangs and tear gas in my car. And made I got 6 kids in the car. But my 6 months old can't even breathe. My 2-year-old then flipped out the damn car. This was flipped over. My car filled with tear gas. I'm trying to pull my kid out the car. I'm telling the officer I need ambulance. It took him 5 fucking minutes. He's going back and forth with me, telling me to go back in there and call and tell them to come up Lyndale. They can't even come up Lyndale.
Were you participating in the protest?
I wasn't at all. I didn't care to be, not to say it like that, but I wasn't. Like, yes, I was trying to leave. Officers threw flashbangs and tear gas in my car.
So we're missing a little bit of the story there. It's hard to say exactly, you know. By his reaction, it doesn't sound like he was just driving home or driving and then all of a sudden some tear gas flew in there with his kids in the car. I don't think that's exactly what happened. And he's probably not telling the whole story, because why in hell would you have your kids in the car doing anything like that? That, you know, you should be in jail if you're doing that. They all had Mossada phones. Yeah, even my phone could pick up some better footage than the Charlie Kirk videos. Man, they really don't want us to see what happened there. Joe Della, good morning. Yeah, because there's proof now that I'm not even going to get into it. Too much to unpack there. We'll do like complete shows on that eventually, but timing is everything with the Charlie Kirk thing. Trust me, I ain't over it. Well, here we'll listen to just a little bit of this.
From the beginning, I'm actually the first person that found the projector.
They're talking about one of Charlie Kirk's security guys being injured by the explosion from the microphone that exploded, which is one of the reasons why they don't want us to see high quality video.
As well as what I thought was a shell casing, which you see hit the top of the tent there.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what to make of it, because I've always, from the beginning, I thought it was a shot at first. And I thought the shot came from Charlie's right side, way up there, like from a drone or something. But from the beginning, I thought there were multiple shots. I thought multiple things happened for sure. I got a video for you today. I want to show you a conversation where me and my boy Ali, where he exposed that Dan Flood was actually injured with that explosion. You know how the wireless mic exploded, and that's what killed Charlie, directional charge. Well, there was also a projectile that flew from that and actually struck Dan Flood in his left arm. You can actually see the piece of projectile in Dan's arm, sticking in Dan's arm, along with a mark where it's clearly he's been hit. And you could even look further and see that his watch is cracked and damaged from the explosion.
So Dan Flood's watch was actually, the screen was cracked from that exploding microphone. So all this shit's going to have to come out eventually, man. They got I'll tell you, these guys with the lazy eyes and stuff like that and the hoodies on, these guys are part of the decentralized intelligence agency. They're very important. The guys like Project Constitution here.
And this is something that was completely hidden, that nobody has talked about, and it implicates him. Clearly, Dan Flood is part of it. He's
Yeah, clearly he is part of it. You are right about that. The governor of Washington State here wants the millionaires to pay their fair share of taxes. And by millionaires, he means if you make over $125,000 a year.
Our system takes too much in taxes from hardworking families and not enough from the wealthy. Washington families whose income is in the bottom 20% pay a whopping 13.8% of their total income in taxes, while those whose income is in the top 1% pay only 4.1% of their income. That's not fair, that's not right, and that's why I'm calling for something truly historic, a millionaire's tax. And I want to be clear that when I use the term millionaire, I mean someone who makes more than $1 million in income in a single year. That does not include assets like the value of your home. Less than 0.5% of Washingtonians will pay it. Now let's talk about what happens to the revenue from this millionaire's tax. Bottom line, we must take a significant percentage of these dollars and put them back in the pockets of Washingtonians. Let me give you two examples. Some of those gains must be used to expand eligibility for and increase the amount of the Working Families Tax Credit. Under this program, The state sends a check each year to working families. That's a great start, thanks to you. But we can do even better. We must expand this program so that more people are eligible and increase it so Washingtonians get more money back in their pockets. Second, we must also use a significant portion of the revenue to lower taxes on small business owners. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy. They create jobs and they build community. I want to let them keep more of their hard-earned money. They should not have to pay a B&O tax until they gross more than $1 million in revenue.
They've been playing that political ping pong with millionaires tax for that. Yeah, exactly. CG2, good morning. Good to see you. That's a perfect way to put it. We watched that one. All right. This is, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. Can you read 900 words per minute? So, yeah, you know, that rich man's tax or whatever, that only affects people like, I skipped a whole bunch of videos like Tommy and See No Evil. If they lived over here, they would have to worry. I don't have to worry about it. Just those guys. All right, hold. Get the screen bigger and see how test your guys' speed reading ability here. It starts out at, it shows how many words per minute. You're going to start out at 300 words per minute. Well, how'd everybody do? Donna's doing it. Good morning. Good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well. So I don't know if anybody could keep up with 900. I got pretty dicey for me. I don't think I could. It's weird because if you even lose concentration for 1 second, you're screwed at that speed. I made it a good part through 600. Yeah, that was about where I think I was good. It was about 600. And I think it's completely different when they feed the words to you as opposed to like reading print, how fast we could actually read. You know, I think it'd probably be a little bit slower in print. I'm just guessing. I kind of like it like that. I mean, I'd like to try to read an entire, you know, maybe just like a chapter like that, where it just throws the words at you. I don't know if that's good for your brain or what. Just seems like you would kind of use different parts of your brain that way. I don't know. I thought this video is kind of funny. It says, what my friends and family hear when I'm explaining crypto to them. This is what I hear too, because I don't know anything about crypto. But this is it's just funny.
The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panometric fam. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the normal Lotus O deltoid type placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator. Every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible Tremi pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the gram meters. The original machine had a base.
So I don't know. That sounds kind of like rocket science, maybe. I don't know. Let's see here. What else do we got? 60 mile an hour winds and heavy snow are leading to nearly no visibility on Lake Michigan. This just looks stressful. Launch one of those storms at the protesters. See how they like that. Donna will be live tonight at 7 p.m. All right. Toro, good morning. Good to see you. You think he made all that up, Gen X? He could have. I would have no idea if he did. Sounded good to me, though. Everybody up and running. I've been listening. Another great show today, Mossada. Thank you, Toro. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was the last. Where's Thindu at? He was supposed to come up and talk football. Let me text him real quick. I'm really going to have to troll him today if he doesn't. Let's see here. He's probably listening. No wonder. I don't know why my phone does this. I have to restart my $200 2014 phone real quick. I try to send a text message every morning that says message not sent, and I have to restart my phone. I don't get it. Don't get it. Gonna grab another coffee right on. Oh, there he is right there. I don't have to text him. You want to come up for a minute, Thindu? Let me text you I'll send it in the chat. One sec. You said drop it like it's hot. Do. Bills are the underdogs by 1.5, and the over is 46. I'm just looking at a couple of
just to hear everything, not the same, don't have it no more, wash, like everything. And I took all that on with a head of steam. Like I took it on like head on, like just me by myself. And I was willing to take those punches because I know the time and the effort that I put into this craft. Like
good morning.
Yo, what's going down?
How you doing?
Oh, please. We got hit by a friggin' blizzard.
Oh no, really?
Oh,
what we were just watching, was that part of it?
I wasn't catching what you were playing. I was listening, but
it was showed 60-mile-an-hour winds, blizzard conditions on Lake Michigan.
Yeah, I'll make a video. Last night at 6, 7, we didn't have a thing of snow. There was all the snow was gone. Wait till you see it in this video today when I make the snow we got overnight.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Overnight. All schools are closed. They're closing everything over here. Yeah. That's what I said. This is Buffalo. You go to bed, you wake up, forget about it. You could be buried.
Damn.
You got to see it out there. I just went from my car. That's why I'm late. That's why I'm late doing everything. This one got up at 5:15, 5:00. So I'm like, you know what? Come on. I opened that door. He looked, Vito. He just ran out there and ran back. Oh.
Magooch says not on the beach.
Tell Magooch to go bury his fucking head in the sand like an ostrich this morning, okay? And did you hear me? Just like an ostrich, tell him to bury his head. His hair and everything today, okay? It's freezing out here. Do you know when you go to your car first thing in the morning, the ice was 4 inches thick on the windows. After you take the snow, yes. After you wipe all the snow, get everything, then there's that thick ice glaze around every inch of your windows. You got to let the car warm up for fucking 15 minutes. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that's how the temperatures drop too. Anyways,
there's antifreeze in their radiators.
No, please. Just another day. Chalk it up to just another day.
Where's
But anyway,
the football game in Buffalo this week? It's not, is it?
No. Now I heard all this stupid gossip that if the Bills win and New England loses, we'll be playing in Buffalo.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Let me ask ChatGPT.
Listen, I buried 3 people that were still alive on YouTube, and you're asking me if this is true. Okay, is anything true on here yet? Until forget about it.
And New England loses, you're saying?
Yes. I told it was from a huge Bills fan, one of my boys. I was like, are you nuts? I don't think no, I can't see that. Yes. I'm like, all right, whatever. Because what I'm thinking, I mean, the better teams always had the field position, right? Or the better records. Or no?
Yeah, I still can't get the answer. I don't think so.
Okay, I will see. Well, you know what? We'll see. After Sunday, you'll know everything.
Next week, the Bills only play at home if they are the highest remaining AFC seed left.
Oh.
New England does not matter anymore. if we're already in the playoffs.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I don't know if that's accurate or not. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about on there.
listen, you know what it is? It's just another. Your NFL fans are whacked. Okay, it's just another speculation. Okay, that's all it is.
It says no. The Bills cannot play another home playoff game at their current stadium.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that possibility ended when the Los Angeles Chargers lost their wild card game.
Oh, okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
So, yeah, all road games. Yep.
No, that's good to know. See, if you dig deep enough, you'll get it. You'll get the answer.
Yep. Todd Father's coming up.
All right.
Father?
Yo.
What you
Can
got
you hear me?
the weather? Yeah, we can hear you.
It ain't that bad thing, dude. We got about 6 inches.
Oh, go fuck yourself. It ain't that
It
bad.
ain't that
Why don't you
bad.
go
Shut
bury
up.
your fat fucking weeble ass somewhere?
Shut the fuck up, you fucking old man. Just get out the shovel and start going, will you?
Go fool
Okay.
around and fall in a
See?
snowbank, you fag.
I got a shovel. I got to get my wife's car ready. What was I gonna say? Put it on full screen, Mossada. I'll show everyone that they shouldn't.
Don't put him on full screen. You'll see his.
Can you put me up on the full thing or no?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Uh-oh.
It looks like they're frozen though.
Yeah, he's froze.
He walked outside and froze up on us.
Yeah, that's him. He freezes everywhere he goes.
There you go.
Oh,
See, it ain't that bad.
Shit, that looks pretty bad to me.
I know.
I had to shovel a walkway for the dogs to go out.
Oh, that's
So
sweet
now
of
we got-
you.
now-
Look at that fag fucking little shoveling he did. You fuck. Yeah.
Well, I just had to get the dogs out, you
Look at
fucking
that.
asshole.
I threw a couple shovels of snow out for the dogs. It's not that bad. I tell you what, your streets look good. Look at your streets.
They actually did plow. Like they never
Here,
fucking plowed
hang
till
on.
the last second over here.
Here, see, this is the difference. This is the difference between his area and my area. Okay, here, hang on a second. Now you see his streets?
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
hang
they
on.
just did a pass. Yeah, we got about 6 inches.
All right, now go to mine, Mossada.
Yep, you're on full screen.
All right, hang on. Look at our streets.
Oh damn.
See, he don't know what the fuck he's talking about, that moron.
That makes a difference. Like I can see why you're. It looks darker where you're at than where he's at.
Yes. Okay.
What's the temperature?
It's
Come
fucking
on, it's
cold.
okay.
It's super cold. I don't know what the temperature is. I'm literally.
Come on.
A brush, a broom, and doing her car. I'm not screwing around with a little stupid. But you
No,
can
you
see how
can't.
much is coming off.
Yep, I got the push broom too. You gotta have the push broom. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not even fucking.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm not screwing around here.
No, I told you.
We gotta help Maguch out. He's got a problem. He's trying to figure out if he should wear shorts or a bathing suit on the farm.
I hope he sunburns his balls today on the beach, okay? His ass.
Yep.
Yeah, see the ice? See
Maguch,
the ice
I
on
hope-
the windows? Yeah, listen to Uncle Dean do. See the ice on
Drag
the
out my
windows?
garbage. Yeah, it's cold.
I told you.
It's cold. I don't have any gloves on. I'm fucking freezing.
Oh,
well,
listen, he already caved. He was talking shit, and now.
Yeah. See what I mean? Little weeble wobble, and they fall down.
Hey Maguch, I hope you put your Ben Gay and accidentally tap your nutsack today.
that I did that once. That fucking sucked.
I think we've all done it. I think we've all done it.
It only takes one time. Fucking don't forget that one.
So yeah, Magooch, when you put your Bengay on, Magooch, I hope you tap your nuts and your little pee-pee.
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta drag out my fucking garbage cans to the street too, but they're gonna be late today.
Yeah, they will be. Everything's closed. All the schools and everything is closed. So
Yeah, they called my phone at 5:15 that they were closing. Yeah.
Well, does
So-
that mean the daycare's closed, thing, dude?
I don't know. I gotta check in with my daughter. She hasn't called yet. So
You know, not to rub it in, but yes, you know, the last couple, the weather sucks here too. But the last couple days, it was almost 60 degrees.
Right.
And yesterday, when I went to go pick up my granddaughter, all the kids were outside. They haven't been outside in I don't know how long. They were all outside, and it just sounded so cool. They were all just playing and screaming and just having a good time. I was like, oh, this is cool, man. They've got to finally get outside and stretch for a minute.
right. No, it was nice. It was, but like I said, overnight here, forget about it.
Yeah,
You see what he got, and you see what I got today.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I'm deeper in the suburbs, but we got hit pretty good.
Well, this would be if people could have the time and could afford it, it'd be well, shit, Denver ain't going to be any better. I wonder what the weather in Denver's like. It's probably going to be just as bad.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to be cold too and snowy.
Let me see if I can find out real quick what the.
I'll tell you. Are you ready? Come on. Let's. Go ahead.
My fucking hands are numb.
I can't believe you went out there with no gloves on. I even put my heavy duty gloves on this morning to do that.
They're in my car, so go figure. It was 40 degrees out yesterday, and fucking now, yeah.
I know.
Hey, babe.
It never fails.
Babe.
Let those cars warm up. I'm telling you, let them car warm up. You're never going to get that ice off your windows, bro.
Yeah, you know what's funny though is, like, you could put all her remote start on full blast in the car before you get out.
Yeah,
and it only goes up to so much power. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
half power. It's fucking weird. So you're right. I'm gonna be outside anyway, so I'm just gonna start a fucking car.
I do this all the time.
I can't even open the door.
No, the doors are frozen. I tell this one all the time. You just can't do it. The remote never warms the car up. Never. You
they used to go full blast.
Huh?
They used to go full blast if you left it that way.
I never did remote, so.
Yeah, so, all right, we're going to unlock it. And
it says,
all right, I got it open. We're good.
I'll never forget back in the days, they gave my father a remote control start on his car. I'll never forget the day he went, started it. It was dead winter. He went outside and the car was dead. He went ballistic. He never used that remote.
Yeah, that sucks. That's the one you need it the most, and then it fucking hitters out.
Mossada, he went ballistic when that car didn't start. Stick this remote control. Oh, you had to hear him on the phone.
Oh, I bet.
No, but he was the one. He goes, if you got a thing to do it manually. Go outside, warm the goddamn car up, and leave it running. It's the only way the car warms up. And he's right. He's right.
It says,
and you see it in the parking lots on the construction sites. When you at the end of the day, you could tell the cars that aren't warmed up, the cars that are remotely warmed up, and the cars they physically warm up. Okay, you could tell. You could tell the difference.
Yeah. They got a full clear windshield where you got like only a little spot that's defrosted.
Exactly.
Yeah, my van door's fucking frozen. Damn it.
Yeah, look at Gen X tube socks. Goddamn right. When you ain't got nothing else. All right. You know
Yeah, I
what?
can't hold.
Let's give out. Oh shit! What did I do?
Donna needs to know real quick who's playing who this week. Donna, it's the Seahawks against the 49ers. It's the Buffalo Bills against the Denver Broncos. It's the Patriots against the who? Who's the Patriots?
Patriots are playing the Texans.
The Texans, and then it's the Bears against the Bears playing the Rams. Or no,
Yeah, you're right. I think
yeah,
you're
the
right.
Bears. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Joe.
Okay, you said it was 40. Over and under was 46, and the Bills are getting 1.
1.5. And
1.5.
yeah, it's every game has been at 60 degrees or above in Denver for some reason this year. But this game, it's going to start out at around 40 degrees, and by the end of the game, it's going to be 20 degrees. And they say that the wind is going to be a factor.
Wow. Well, what's he doing over there? Rubbing himself down, or what the fuck?
He's
sorry.
The best bet in that game. The best bet in that game to be safe. Here, let's give him the analytics.
Okay.
You can't bet the game under. You'd be a complete lunatic to bet this game under. You got to go over the 46. You have to. Now, team-wise, that's your option. It's a flip of the coin here. Whoever wins is going to win. If you really want to win some money, if you really want to get down on it, throw that teaser in there. Here you go, Osada. Buffalo +7 and the over and under 40.
Ooh.
Or you could go Denver +5 and over 40. So you could actually, Osada, middle this game. You could actually, a smart bettor with a little patience, give me Denver +5 and over 40, and give me Buffalo +7 and over 40. Denver wins by 3, you're a winner. Denver wins by 4, you're a winner. Denver wins by 5, you're a winner. Denver wins by 6, you're a winner. Buffalo wins by 3, you're a winner. Buffalo wins by 4, you're a winner. Wow. The only thing that has to happen is that game go over the 40. That's the only way you could get screwed out, I think. What do you think?
No, I'm with you. Yeah, you know better than I do. I don't know the Bills, so I'm just listening to you.
I mean, 40 points. There should be 30 points by halftime in this game. Easy. If it ain't 14-14, 21-14, I don't see it. These two teams are going to come out throwing bombs. They're going to be throwing touchdown passes, I think. This is it for both teams. So, Denver +5, Buffalo +7. Throw the coin in the air and watch the game. Or you go one or the other. Whatever, you want to do there.
I wonder if the forecast is going to affect people's decision on the over/under.
It always does. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. I mean, you're going to get the people, Osada. Oh my God. It's snowing. It's cold. They're not going to score. They're not going to do this. In actuality, they're forgetting the importance of the game. This is the playoff game before the Super Bowl, folks. They're going to do everything to score. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Like I said, it's all patience. If you could afford nerve-wise money to bet it under, that's up to you if you like it. But this is the one game I keyed in on. So
I think with the weather that you would have, man, I would think that the Bills have the advantage. Because if it's been 60 degrees all year in Denver for their home games, and you get 20 degrees, 30 degrees, and windy, the Bills are going to feel right at home, probably, aren't they?
Yes. I mean, that's what I'm saying. The weather ain't going to affect the Bills. They're going to score no matter what. Josh Allen's going to be throwing up and down that field and running. This, I'm telling you, me and Todd Father said this from day one this year. With the new stadium going up, with the change of it's in this kid's eyes. If he don't win this game, this is his hurrah here. This is it, I think.
Well, the only thing you left out there, Team Do, it was they're playing them. They're the sea level. The air is different there, though. No matter how much of an advantage you have, whether you're used to playing in cold weather or not, you're still a mile high, and the Broncos' lungs are adjusted and used to it.
Yes,
where the Bills kind of they're not. So I mean, if there's any advantage at all, it's that.
Right.
Let me ask ChatGPT a question really quick.
Yeah, I'm hang on real fast. You're right, Magooch. There's still the AFC Championship game. Right, before the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Right.
Okay, hold on. I want to ask real quick. Give me the scores of all of the Buffalo-Denver games when they played in Denver.
Okay. Now, you got to remember this too. We're sitting here talking about the weather, this and that. I've been around a long time. Do you know how many times I've seen warm weather teams like the Raiders come into Cleveland when it's 31 below zero? Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah. I mean, look at the Buffalo game versus the Raiders in the '90s. It was 51-3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they could come here and freeze up, or they could come here and whip your ass. It doesn't matter.
It says in 2020 they played in Denver and it was the Bills 48, Broncos 19.
Oh, there you go.
They played in the 60s a bunch of times. It was 38-38, 23-10, 45-38.
Okay, Mossada, you got to remember. Do you guys know how many teams walked into Denver and whipped their ass? Come on, these are professionals. I don't care what the air is. That's all. I think to Tindu, that's all bullshit. Okay? These are professionals we're talking about. They go down there 4 or 5 days early, and they get used to it. That's what you're supposed to do.
Tommy says, go Giants.
Yeah, Giants have been out of the playoffs since fucking week 4, dummy.
Tommy's at the baseball field getting hit in the face with a baseball right now. Okay? That's where Tommy's at the baseball game.
Well,
sorry, I'm bringing out my garbage can. Sorry if it gets loud.
Okay, so if you have, let's just say you have $100 in your hand, and you can either take the Bills plus 1.5, or you can take the over. Which one are you taking?
Well, I'm going with the Bills no matter what.
You're taking the Bills to win.
Yeah.
I think that's the best bet of the, like without the teasers or anything like that, just a straight up bet. I think that's the best bet.
I do too.
I think that even the money line is a good bet, because then you're going to get plus money. Your 100 would win like probably 160 maybe.
Yeah. Listen, everybody listening, take my advice, because I'm not putting one penny down on this game. So there's your chance to make some money this weekend. Yeah, Magooch is right. Everybody's been saying Seattle and Buffalo too. Everybody.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, the only team that I really fear is the Texans because of their fucking defense. Their offense, I think Nico Collins got hurt, and the quarterback's just, he's fair weather. So,
well, don't they got the first rated defense, Houston?
Probably.
Yeah, they're tough.
Well, you saw what they did to us the last time we played them.
I know.
They had a field day. So if I'm too loud, let me know. I'll mute or get off. I just got to get this ice off the car.
Oh no, you're good. We're only gonna be off for another 10 minutes anyway. It's definitely they're gonna be good games. I'm not a football guy, but even I'm a little excited about this week. And the Bills are both in it. So Good
Well, you know what's funny is like, this year there's like a lot of teams that are out. Kansas City's out, Cincinnati's out, Baltimore's out. All these high-powered teams they're not in the playoffs. So like everyone keeps saying, if Allen can't do it this year, this is like a blessing in disguise for him. But yet, we don't have a number one wide receiver. Two receivers just blew out ACLs this past weekend. Gabe Davis and Shavers, they blew out their ACLs. They're out. You know what I mean? You should go play wide receiver for these fucking guys.
Maybe I should go in this weekend. I know. Well, I said it too. This was an up in the air. It was an up in the air grab for the Super Bowl. I said it this year.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, hopefully both Seattle and Buffalo win. They both play Saturday. You guys are up first at 1 o'clock, and it's I think 4.
No, 4:30.
4:30 Saturday.
1 o'clock, 1:30 our time. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. Good weekend of football.
Oh yes. All right. Well, go ahead, guys. I gotta go do some things. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
All right.
What do you got going today, Todd?
It's funny because it's like I've been working all week, and I try to take a couple of days off a week. So I told them yesterday. I said I'm gonna take off because I gotta come in Friday to get the room, more ready. And Saturday we got our events there, and Sunday, there's nothing going on. So I was like, I'm not gonna be in tomorrow, and I'm kind of glad because now I'm gonna have to snow blow all fucking day. So
right. Do you guys have like more snow in the forecast, or is this just like a one-time thing?
Yeah, I started because you never got the ice to melt. Yeah, well, if you want, I'll shut it off, and you could. Well, I got the spare key in there. Are you leaving soon? Yeah. All right, I'll leave it running. Sorry, Sada.
No, you're good. But Coach said he had to check his ice machine.
What did he say?
No, he says you have to go check his ice machine. Make sure it's still running. His ice machine. Get some ice.
Yeah, good ice is corn bungholes.
More snow in the forecast, or what's the deal?
Yeah, there's a winter storm warning until 7 o'clock tonight. So I was able to get in my car and get my gloves and my hat, so I'm much warmer now. And plus, I got my my long johns on under my jeans here too, so might have to bust out my big overalls today. And they're super warm. They're actually like rated for freezers. These overalls I got, they're super warm.
Well, just be careful out there. My dad had a heart attack when he was in his 40s from shoveling snow. Believe it or not.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I just shoveled a path for the dogs into her and my car, and I didn't go out of my mind. But then any further snow removal will be done with the snow blower at this point. So there's not much effort into that. So, but
looks icky over there.
Well, it's that's why everybody around here is sick, and like it literally goes. I think we had it was up to 46 degrees, like Monday or Tuesday here. It was raining, and then and now it's. Hang on, I can look. Fuck's my phone.
You said you could borrow socks. Borrow those sweaty, warm, heated socks.
Well, I got good boots. So it's 16 degrees with the wind chill. It feels like 8.
Ah,
so it's fucking cold.
My hands.
Right. Well, I mean, not a lot of people can. I mean, I never used to get fazed by the cold, but man, I bundle up now. Am I still on?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, and then this week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're supposed to get in the single digits with below 0 wind chills. So that's what I'm saying. Like everybody around here sniffing and coughing and getting the fucking flu and everything else because the weather just fluctuates so damn. I don't ever remember it doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
well, my take.
I know your take, yeah, for sure. But it's just crazy because I growing up here, I lived here my whole life. Like, we'd always have constant snow on the ground all winter long. It'd always be cold all winter long. There was none of this fucking 40s and 50s and green Christmases, and like, it was never like that growing up. I remember constantly shoveling when I was a kid, or constantly my uncle would come over with the fucking plow. You know what I mean? And now it's not really like that. I mean, not that I'm fully complaining because it's just less shoveling and bullshit. But it's just things are different. So.
Yeah, and, it's weird because if you think about, like, I mean, no one ever really thinks about this, but let's say that you have, like, all this years of experience of what the weather's like, and like, if you could pick, like, would you rather not have it snow for certain times if you could? I mean, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know. Like, if you had control.
I don't. That's kind of hard to answer. Just because growing up here, I don't know any different for the most part. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a way of life. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. You just got to leave for work a little earlier, or fucking drive slower, or it's. I don't know how to say. I mean, I like this to change of seasons here. I do like that. I think if I ever did move, I would totally miss that, the change of seasons here and stuff like that. But like, I don't how could I say it? I guess I don't mind it. I mean, it sucks. I mean, after like February and April, or March, April, or whatever, that's like, holy fuck, when's it gonna warm up? You know what I mean? That's about what time I get sick of it.
Right.
So.
But also, weather and climate is also what gives certain areas its culture and its like.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Magooch wants to know if it affects your knee. The cold.
Right now I'm loose. I don't feel bad, but when it first started getting really cold around here, it started definitely. I felt a difference in my knee for sure, no doubt. I'm not reading the chat, guys. Sorry, I got my hand. I'm doing stuff on my hands and my phone's in my pocket. So I just got my earpiece in or whatever. So I'm trying to. If I'm ignoring anybody, I'm sorry. But no, yeah, definitely. The knee is a lot tight. Like, everything's tighter, So I will say that. My wife's going into work today, and she works for an adult dentist office. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. She works for a pediatric dentist office, and everybody around here is closed school. You know what I mean? So they're probably going to get like all cancellations today. You know what I mean?
Right.
So she's like, today's going to be a long ass day. So, and if last time it got real bad, like with the winds and the snow and stuff, they let her go at like noon to get home. So, I mean, I don't know. Right now it's not snowing, but who knows what's going to happen for the rest of the day.
Right.
So.
Crazy weather.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, I'm going to go in the house now. She's about to leave for work, so I'm going to say bye to her. And I figure I'd come up and tell Thean he's whining.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm going to end the show. It's 4:00. So.
All right. Get a hold of me later.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right. Bye, everybody.
All right. There goes Todd Father. Thank those guys for coming up. And keep your knee exercise, Todd. Movement and heat. Yes. All right, guys. Everyone have a great day. Yes. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Magooch and Joe and Donna and CG2 and Gen X. Appreciate it. And I'll stop by Tommy, see you guys over there. And we'll see you tomorrow.